Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy. People thinking right out here in the lab. What I do, what I do for you. We about to have some fun today. I'm about to take you to outer space. Let's go. Tidbit. All right, you know the deal. Wrightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in the story. A good one for you too, also. For life. I give life lessons. This is another one. Again, you tuning in to receiving, I appreciate that. The numbers telling me that you like what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing what I do for you. Let's go. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, is for all right thinkers to do just that. That's my job, to get you to reach that point of knowing thyself through lessons and tools that I'm gonna give you. Pay attention. Let's go. Question. Know thyself. You should have an answer for yourself. Okay, so I'm asking you, you answer it for yourself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's what I do for you. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a special alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. They got the movie. This title should have been Star Wars, but if I said that, I might got the wrong idea. So, right thinkers, the title of this one is "We Are the Jedi Warriors." What's the Jedi Warrior? If you're not a Star Wars fan, you ain't understanding that concept, then you might not know what a Jedi Warrior is. I'm gonna give you a little quick breakdown. So let's do a little Star Wars breakdown. The Jed Pillow is the backbone of Asar's body. The higher conscious part, you see four rings in the backbone. There's four vertebrae going up. That's the four conscious levels, or the 4 degrees of masonry. If you're a Mason, if you're a Mason, at the 3 degrees, you need 4 more degrees to reach true masonry, a master of self. That means you got to become conscious of the next 4 degrees, the 4 levels of consciousness. That's when you become a Jedi warrior, aka Red House, hoods, red. You get the concept? Okay, so now the Jedi is, listen, Haru, the hero in you, aka the savior, the Messiah, the one that's coming to avenge his father's killer. Sounds familiar? George Lucas, the Star Wars saga maker, told them, yes, it's really our ancient Egyptian story of Asar, Aset, Haru, the original Assyrian myth. And he got rich off it. He picked up follower Star Wars fans like no tomorrow. But the concept has always been ours. He just took it and tweaked it a little bit. Jedi, spelled with the D. Jedi. Okay? The G is silent. When Django came out, everybody said the Django. Gnostics, the G is silent in front of the N. They call it Gnostics. I did too until I found out. We got this one with the Tahuti, with Jedi, with the D is really a T sound. We transferred that. We did that with the Dow and Tiny. They use the T as the D and the T for us. The D for us is the T sound. All right, watch this. Now, Jedi means what? Higher consciousness, a higher conscious being. We call them Sahu or Akus. It means an enlightened being on earth as giants. Why? When you know yourself, you have knowledge of self, you're an enlightened being, you become a giant, not just an ordinary person conceptually. Why? That's why. They played the mind game. The Jedi warriors played the mind game. They taught them how to do that. Okay. Yes, watch this. That concept of the force, nature, netta, is what we call netta or netaru. We God and goddesses. I've been teaching that concept for a few years now. But he took it and broke it down and made it into a heroic story, made it glamorize it. Simple as that. He just glamorized it. I read the book way before the movie ever came out. Got something for you for that too. Where we at? All spiritually enlightened beings. Listen to this. All spiritually enlightened beings are Jedi warriors, fighting for what? Truth, righteousness, liberty, freedom, and justice for all. And that sound like your boy Superman? Now, he was a sun god, son of God. He had another one, superpowers. Why? His powers was in strength, okay, but he wasn't that smart. He only changed his appearance. This is me. Now I'm Superman. I'm Clark Kent, right? I'm Clark Kent, mom man reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper. Okay. Now I'm Superman. You can't tell I'm the same person? I'm just saying. I'm having fun. Hopefully the lesson is getting out, but yeah, I'm still having fun. Let's go. Watch this. Now, Return of the Jedi, the book, okay, is really becoming conscious of your true self. When I read the book, I didn't know that. I had no clue, none of that nonsense, but I'm in solitary confinement, so I had another choice. They had no girly books, so I had to read Return of the Jedi. If you can get one off Return of the Jedi, you're a better man than me. I couldn't. Just heads up. Okay, so oh man, memories. Wow. Yeah, okay. Watch this. Yes, I read the book when I was in solitary confinement. I did 60 days. And I really got something out of that book. That book changed my way of thinking. I have no idea. But when I look back on it, it makes sense now. Because I understood for some reason it all makes sense to me. In my mind, I was a Jedi warrior. Why? Because I am a right thinker. Yeah. And I use the force to work and manipulate. Same way I use funk. I use the force, same way. Mental understanding, working it, symbolically using it, metaphorically putting it in a position where I can make it work for me. Again, I had to do 3 years sitting and thinking. I had to do something that helped me. I'm just saying. Okay. Now, it was mind opening, mind expanding read for me. Why? Because it gave me a whole different perspective about myself. If it wasn't for me being in solitary confinement, I never read that book. I wouldn't pick that book up. I had no reason for it, no use for it at all. But it came to me at a time of my life where, yes, and it served the purpose, changed my life for the better, hopefully. And I understood why this. The thing about it is, it was a mind. Okay, I didn't. Wait a minute. Now, what I understood the mental concepts, and I practiced the mental game while I was still incarcerated. And I was heads and tails above these people. I was perfect. Yeah, okay. I couldn't wait to get out to implement my newfound thought process and my concepts in the free world. But it worked in the incarcerated world. No problem. Right thinking is Jedi warrior thinking. I call it, watch this, spiritual discipline. If you answer to a higher power, God, you discipline yourself to be obedient, worship and praise Him, and do what's pleasing in His sight daily. That's righteous living. That's virtuous living. That's right thinking philosophy. Jedi living, whatever you want to call it, but it all comes back to becoming conscious of your higher self, which is God. And then you living with that concept by doing right by other people for the right reason. To be blessed, you don't get blessed by accident. We done went through that already. Okay. Now, here we go. You don't like me talking about me. I already know that. But every now and then, I'm going to do that because I'm trying to make a point. It ain't about me. I know that. I'm the Yoda of right thinking philosophy. It's like Yoda, the man in the Force, the Jedi warriors. I'm the one. This mind's the creator. Okay, the manifester. Okay, the deliverer. And all that you want to call it, I'm all that. Okay, the CEO. I'm the head nigga in charge of right thinking philosophy. Okay. I'm not incorporating it. Don't do that. I'm going to continue what it is, teaching, enlightening, and educating and motivating others. That's it. Let's go. Moving on. Sorry about that. Quickly, soliloquy. Ah. There you go. Now, I teach all my right thinkers like Yoda taught Luke the art of right thinking using the meta rules you got and goddesses they call the force. Again, it's all mental and symbolic and metaphorically. If you can manifest it, then that's how it works for you. The best part about Star Wars and the best part about being a master of what you know when your students don't really trust you or believe you, they have some doubts. Yeah. You talk a good one. We all talk about ourselves glowingly about the past. So everybody got war stories. Everybody was this. Yeah. But when Luke's spaceship was in the water, he had trained Luke. Luke knew how to learn, lift stuff. He getting caught with the force of nature. He started to use and work with it, but he just didn't have it down pat because his mind was distracted, thinking about Leia and other stuff that's going on. So Yoda told him that you ain't focused. So yeah, when you focus, it works. When you ain't, it don't. Common sense. So quick lesson: when Yoda pulled that ship up out the water, levitated over, set it down. Luke stood there and said, I can't believe what I just said. That's what Yoda told him. That's why you fail. Quick lesson. Okay, here we go. Where we at? Okay, Yoda, yeah. Okay, right thinkers are warriors training. Okay, right thinkers are my Jedi warriors in training, learning life lessons as I give them to them, aka spiritual truths that they can live by and become Jedi warrior, mind game players who understand how to use the Force to their benefit. And the dark side is always there. We get to him next. They don't know how close in that movie. They don't know how close they came to my life with my dad. He chose my dad, the Darth Vader, Skywalker. Before then, God, Jesus. So what do you love? Don't make a difference. But my dad was the bad guy, and I was being a bad guy like my dad. Thought that was my calling. Okay. He made that decision to serve himself. I chose my higher self. Watch this. Now, being a bad guy was cool. I was with it. Yeah, it paid off like gangbusters. Until when? Till I had to pay up with my prison time, being locked down 3 years of my life. No. Okay. See, my dad loved it. He that was his thing. Not mine. Okay, yeah, we're not liking everything. Trust me. That's why your son, your children, gonna have something different than you. Don't think they're gonna be just like you. Come on, man, get off of that nonsense. We all individuals. Every mold is broken once the person is made. Doing the right thing. Watch this. Is serving your higher self, God, aka, is really working for me at this point in my life. I'm good doing what I do. Being the trainer of my Jedi Warriors, aka right thinkers. So it's a concept. I'm playing with this side. Let me get up out of here. Now let's get this last two ones going. Jedi's are right thinkers. Right thinkers are Jedi's. Why you want to use it? Why? Because we know God, and that's who we serve. When you know right from wrong, you choose right, you're doing the right thing. When you choose wrong, you're doing your thing. It's a price to come with that. I can tell you that. Why? I did my thing. I had to pay for that. Now I'm doing the right thing. I get blessed for that. So your choice. I can help you with that one. I tell you, again, I'm a spiritually enlightened being living a spiritually disciplined life daily. Why? That's what works for me. I just told you, this working for me. If you're doing something in life and you ain't prospering or you ain't gaining or doing, why are you doing it? Just asking. The return of Christ consciousness, aka the Jedi, is the ancient term for what? What I had there, okay. Term for it was rename. I got that one mixed up. Lost track of thought there. But the ancient term for it, they called it, Return of the Jedi. Ancient concept, we renamed it. Sounds familiar. Oh, they renamed it, excuse me. The ancient term, what we called it, they called it Return of the Jedi. They renamed it again. I put a little side note. Sound familiar? They take everything we call and they rename it and give it back to us and we think it's theirs. How many people know Star Wars ancient Egyptian story? See, that's what I'm trying to show you. Just what I do. Now here we go. Jedi's, Jedi's are the what? Spiritual good guys, like the MIBs. We got good guys to fight the bad guys. The Jedi warriors, sages, mystics, gurus. Our job is to enlighten those less fortunate to get them the power, empower them with knowledge of self, to fight off the bad guy who pride on their ignorance and lack of knowledge about certain things and use and abuse them. So I'm trying to enlighten them to avoid that. When you know yourself, you can't be played pretty much unless you choose to, and then you got to deal with that as you go. I'm doing that now. Moving on, excuse me. Darth Vader, aka my dad, that guy. You talking about ego? He's a Leo. Oh, you talking about brass? He was good at what he was doing. So you talking about a guy who just had everything he needed to do what he needed while he was here to serve himself. My old man was rich until the day he died, and he was broke as a day is long. Okay? When you're self-serving, you're only as good as yourself that you can serve. At a certain point in time, that's going to run out. When you serve your higher self, when this runs out, he pick you up. Another concept. Let me go. Tell you about my dad. Okay, my dad made the ego decision to what? Join the dark side, aka sell his soul. My favorite movie is Crossroads. That's to me metaphorically about me and my dad who sold his soul, and I had to buy it back for him, get him out of that situation. So yes, metaphorically, and it's another story. I ain't going there, but yeah, my point is, he made his decision to do him. He lived his way all his life, but it was time to pay up, like all of them do. They got no kick coming. I, on the other hand, slayed my ego dragon. My uncle put him in check. So now I'm free to live and be me. That's what I'm trying to get all my right thinkers to be conceptually. Okay. Ooh, I put that together. Nice little rhyme there. All right, here you go. I am my father's son. You can see that. There's no doubt about that. But because I defeated my evil uncle, metaphorically, aka my ego, I am now the resurrected spirit of my father's true self. Sound good? Hope you enjoyed that one. Last one. I'm wrapping it up. Now, if I show you, and I try to do this every day, how it works, what to do, how to do it, I do it every day, and you don't do it for you, it won't work. I can't make it work for you. I can just teach you how to do it. You have to make it work for you. Like TDJ said, you find what works for you and you work it. Right? The philosophy works if you work it. Let's go. I do what I do for you daily. To show you how it's done, it's up to you now to do it for you. Best I can do. Again, I do it daily. All you have to do is do it yourself. When daily, and it will work for you too. Just lay it out there for you. I go live every day to show you every day. I don't just talk it, I live it and I walk it. That's right thing philosophy. There ain't a whole bunch of jibber jabber. It's a whole bunch of proving, okay? Making it happen. Manifesting what your thoughts are. Manifesting what you know to be right and good and true. That's living right, doing right every day. It'll work for you too. Try it. All I can do, all I can do is to show you and teach you. You can do it too if you really want to. That little thing right there, that want. Want is an intricate part about being successful in your endeavor. Because if you don't put in, you don't have to want to, you're not gonna put in the effort to make it happen. So want to is important. Last one. I love Return of the Jedi. Why? Because it showed all my haters that I am now a master Jedi. Yeah, I'm conscious. My eyes open. So come on, right thinkers, my Jedi warriors, get a grip, enjoy your title, because that's what you are. Master yourself and come on, be like me, your best self. I'm out. I'll be back. Hope you enjoyed the lesson.